If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Brady practices the exact way as he plays. He demands that sense of urgency from everyone.
When we got there, looking at the talented players we have, I was blown away. And then you add on more guys. You know, you add a guy like Tom Brady. I think it's probably the best quarterback to ever play the game, and he's there. He brings that championship mindset. It's funny from watching him play to actually playing with him, and you see like a lot of his actions, his emotions. It's not an act. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? And then you bring Gronk, who's a guy that he has a lot of fun, but he's a hell of a player.
Isn't it insane? Bro. Like just Tom Brady just still doing it, and he just signed. Like he just signed again. He just signed today. God,
it's unreal, bro.
It really is unreal.
My first year in New England, third preseason game. That's the dress rehearsal, right?
Right.
This is the game that, for everyone that doesn't know, the third preseason game is the game that matters the most. It's the game that's most like, a regular season game.
Yep.
So for 3 quarters, we're playing a regular season game. So now insert me into a 5-wide number 3 in the slot.
Okay.
So I'm the Y,
all right,
basically. And in New England, in their 5-wide sets, you can be any position. You can be the X, the Z, the H, the F, or the Y.
And you got to know it all.
You got to know every concept there is to know. And basically, I was the Y, and we had a Y hook versus Tampa 2. Now, my job was, because it was Tampa 2, just to turn outside away from the middle linebacker dropping. Well, the quarterback's Kevin Falk, because that was Kevin's normal role, right? Was the quarterback's Falk and the offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien, who's now the head coach of the Texans, they had their own meeting. Kevin, he was sick that game. So normally he would be in that position, but I got it, but they didn't communicate it to us. So we went in, I did my correct route. I turned away from the dropping Mike linebacker, and Tom threw the ball inside. The ball hit the dirt on third. It should have been a converted pass, right? So we get to the sideline. Tom is chewing me out. Here I am, a 12-year vet. I'm looking at Brady like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And, he's going through, he's pissed off.
We played against the Patriots when I was in Washington. He pointed and he's like, Jack's 51. And I'm thinking, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, about me. Yeah, like you get mics like every game, you know what I'm saying? But like when it's coming out of his mouth, you're, oh, that's Tom Brady. He's talking about me.
Like it's different, bro. I don't know what it is with him, but he's the undisputed GOAT. It's like being a basketball player and you're going against Jordan and you're getting to meet him. It's like, that's the
he is the undisputed GOAT.
Play the game. It's unbelievable.
Of football for sure.
Yeah.
Tom Brady looks at Fred Taylor and says, whatever he says.
This is why he's great, and I never mind it because I'm passionate when I'm on the field. He's extremely passionate and urgent when he's on the field, and that's why he's the GOAT. So you have to understand the dynamic in that you can say what you want to say. I understand emotions, in game situations. So I sat back knowing I was right. I said, okay, this is how I'm going to handle it. So I go to the sideline. He's on the sideline. He goes with the offense coordinator. He then comes down to me, Freddie, my bad, bro. I was wrong. You wasn't in the meeting. So to be, apologetic in that moment.
That's big.
But more so what was impressive to me was that it was the third preseason game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game.
I would say this.
A meaningless game.
It doesn't matter.
Let me tell you
it's
why
almost
that's so
meaningless,
impressive.
but this is the perfection part of it.
Yeah.
Where when you talk about the Patriot way, it starts with Tom Brady and a sense of urgency, how he, in his preparation, that carries over to the game, that eventually results in success.
I mean, Tom helped me with things off the field. Yeah, he helped me with things off the field, on the field, anything I had a question about. I mean, there was 2 years there where it was just me and him in the meeting room together. Just, how to go about your business, how to be a professional quarterback. And there's little things that people don't even realize, just how you carry yourself. And I think he does that better than anybody. So, all those things put together, I mean, guy's got 5 rings for a reason.
Very polished. You know who he is. He brings a lot as far as experience. So Tom's he's like my coach. We joke about it. Like he comes in there and he'll tell us, like last night, preparing for the game. Now, we didn't know exactly. We watched tape and we dissect the team before we play them, but you're not really sure because everybody plays other teams different. You know, and like everything he said that they would play, they did. They played conservative. The coverages they played. Like Tom is he's like a coach on the field, you know, and then when he needs to light a firecracker on your ass, he can do it. And everybody respects it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's like, okay, all right, well, let's go, guys.
Eli's a great quarterback. There's no question about it. I think that, you know, you don't lead this team to this game, you know, without being a great quarterback. He's performed extremely well this year under pressure in big games. You know, since he came in the league, he's been a starting quarterback. And to play in New York is very challenging, I'm sure. You know, everyone says that. So I think he's a great quarterback, great leader, and obviously has all the physical skills to be able to lead his team.
He's the only guy I've been like that's Tom Brady.
Yeah,
like bro,
no
I was
question.
on the field like before the game. I try to get out there before everyone, kind of just do my little stroll in my, you know, my pregame little outfit. And I fucking walk out. I'm in the opposite end zone in Vegas, and I see Brady walk out of the tunnel by himself. He's like around the 50-yard line. I'm like, it's fucking wild. Like I kind of look, you want to say like, what's up, Tom? Like, like what up? But yeah, like after the game, like they smacked us, and it was a tough game. But like getting to talk to him after the game, I looked at him. I looked like I was looking at a god. Yeah, it was different, bro. Like I see Mahomes and Drew Brees and those guys. Like no disrespect to them, they're great players. Like something, it was just different, bro. It was like not a human.
Not only did you win, you're the most valuable player.
Yeah, there's a picture that I see all the time that it was standing up on the podium, and somebody got a picture. I was looking out at my sisters in the car. I knew what they were saying. I saw them before the game, and I had my hands on my head like, can you believe what has happened? I mean, it's so surreal.
If you had to go into battle with one, who are you going to battle with?
I mean, it's hard. That's a hard question because you got a guy that's done it for so long. You know what I'm saying? And you got Pat, who's emerged to the superstar. You know, and like you said, like Pat, like Tom is like fundamentally sound. Everything he does, from throwing a 2-yard pass is perfect. Throwing an 80-yard pass is perfect. Where Mahomes, he can be textbook, but he also could, you know, he puts a little baseball in it because his pop's a baseball player. You can see it. You know what I mean? He slide, like you ever see a shortstop, he get the ball and he slide his body and throw. Pat does all that. So it's all what you want. I think they both can make plays in the big game. I kind of shy away from that. I'm usually not the shy type.
No, you should shy away. I'm just setting you up. I'm setting you up.
Yeah, but I mean, they the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got the old truth, you got the new truth. It's like whatever you want.
Eli, Tom Brady called you an elite quarterback earlier today. Does that mean anything to you coming from him?
You know, Tom's a terrific quarterback and is an elite quarterback himself. So, you know, it's very nice of him to say thank you.
There's like all arguments. What do you think about the arguments some people are making? Is he the greatest? Does he have the greatest resume of all time?
As far as like
if you're measuring him up to like the GOATs of the other sports, so like Jordan.
Yeah, well, you look at it, the first thing everyone says is your rings. How many rings do you have?
Yeah.
He just passed Jordan, so he's got 7. But the only thing with Brady that just makes it weird is like he's the greatest athlete of all time. That's what people say, but he's unathletic.
He's not an athlete.
He's a white dude.
Yeah.
So just like it's hard to say. Like, yeah, he's the greatest athlete of all time, and he couldn't outrun my dog.
Yeah,
he's
right.
He's a meathead. Yeah, like that's why it's just weird. Like that's why I think it gets a little tricky. Like you can't really cross sports. It's hard. It's too hard.
He's like, it gets real tricky. Yeah. But what's impressive about it is he's won more championships than Jordan in the team game that is football.
Yeah.
Because football is like the most, like you were saying it earlier, like you need everybody. It doesn't matter how well you start. It's like you got to hit the stride going into playoffs.
Yeah.
And you have to be on your shit because there's only one game. There's no best of 7.
No.
You get 1 week in between every game. Like you're prepping for that one game. And it's just different. Like you have 53 guys on a roster.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get everybody drinking the same Kool-Aid to go after and win a Super Bowl. When anything can happen too. It's not like somebody can just take over.
Yeah,
like I mean, Tom can, but you know, you need everybody.
Yeah, you need a receiver to run the right route. He needs to catch it. There's so much to it, but when you look at him, you don't win fucking 7 Super Bowls by coincidence.
Yeah,
that just doesn't happen.
Did you feel a little nervous at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Yeah, you do. It's a different game. As much as you like to say it's, it was just another game, it's not. I mean, you're playing for a Super Bowl ring. It's a different game. It's, everybody's watching. I mean, hundreds of millions of people are watching all over, and you want to go out there and do the best you can do.
And you win.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.